Welcome back. This episode is going to be a little bit different because obviously I'm not in the shop. I'm actually nowhere near my boat, but I've got something interesting to show you. In the previous episode, I said that I was waiting for a couple of items to get the mast project complete. I was waiting for lights. I revisited the website that I ordered the lights from and discovered that they're actually being shipped from Singapore, which is a fair way away. The expected arrival date is between November 21st and January 1st, which is quite a wide spread, which I'm not really happy about, but there's nothing I can do about it. I need to have those lights on before the mast goes up. The other thing I need to get put on the mast is the electronics that I mentioned. What electronics? Let me show you. This electronics. The coach roof on the Westsail 32 doesn't provide a whole lot of real estate for putting instrument panels on. So to have a separate wind indicator and wind speed and through the water speed and all that stuff would take 4, at least maybe 5 different displays. There isn't enough room for that. So I looked around, and what I discovered was that Raymarine makes a really interesting little product that combines all of the instruments into one interface. So you can have one display on your wherever you put your instruments, and it will feed you all the information that you want. Mind you, you have to scroll through it. You have to physically touch it to scroll through, but it's not a big deal. The cockpit's small on the boat, so I also have a wind vane project that I've got coming up, so that will allow me to do deck work rather than just tending the helm. Anyway, I thought I would do a box opening because I've not seen inside the box yet. I just picked it up this evening, and I really don't know what I've gotten myself into other than the fact that I've got an instrument that has a unified interface. So let's jump in. Of course, the first order of business, bubble wrap. And cable. This is what I was kind of concerned about when I bought it, because it is 70 feet from the mast head to where I will mount the instrument itself. That does not look like 70 feet, but it might be. I really don't know. It doesn't say on the packaging how long it is either. But I've been assured by the salespeople that that is going to cover my 70 feet. That's the cable. You have a couple of connectors. These are NEMA standard Raymarine backbone terminators. An inline terminator. Well, this is the instrument itself. It's nice and compact, not huge. And there it is. So my hand for scale, not very big. Of course, it's not plugged in at the moment, so I can't turn it on and show you how it scrolls through all the different displays, but we will get to that when we install it. That's all that's in that box. For those of you who are interested, this particular model is the i70S. it's the latest iteration of the model. It's stuck an X on the end of the thing, so I'm not sure what that means, but it's the latest, greatest. So this will be the junction box. Oh, it's tiny too. Spade connectors for some wiring. The handy dandy. Thank you, and here's your instructions booklet. Here it is. The devices get plugged in there, and then they can talk to each other. So that'll get mounted on a bulkhead somewhere out of the way, out of sight. This one's kind of heavy. This would be the transponder for the depth finder, I believe. Oh, that's for speed, which means I'm going to have to revisit the transponder. It's already on the boat. A nice long chunk of cable there. And that's the hardware for mounting it through the hull. Last but not least, this is the bit that goes at the top of the mast. So there it is, wind speed, wind direction. Looks like a relatively simple, very elegant little piece of kit. One of the problems we're going to have to figure out is what to do about protecting the masthead instrument from eagles. Where I moor the boat, there are a number of bald eagle nests around, and the eagles love to perch on top of masts because it gives them a nice high vantage point. You can see for miles. However, when the instruments get in their way, they simply rip them off. Most of the boats around the mooring field where I moor my boat don't have wind direction pointers because the eagles have destroyed them. And of course, this one is a little bit more expensive than just a piece of plastic attached to a wire. Now I have a lightning rod on the top of the mast, about a half-inch piece of steel with a nice point on it. I'm hoping that that will discourage the eagles from landing on the top. It's about nearly 2 feet long, and I hope that'll work, but it might not. And I don't want to take any chances. But in the meantime, that's the unboxing, unveiling of the electronics that I'm going to put on board Little Bear. I need to rewire the mast and get the NEMA cable run down through it, which is a job for another day.